Good afternoon, everybody. Big Mike back here with you once again. And today I have the long awaited recap and review for Impact Wrestling's Slamiversary. Oh, I was very excited for this one, so let's get into it. First and only match on the pre-show. Hold on. It was the Knockouts tag team title match, which pit Fire and Flava, Tasha Steele and Kyrie Hogan against, I guess you can call them Sanity now, which is Havoc and Rosemary, which, you know, big old great match. You can clearly see Steele and Hogan's improvements over the past couple years, and it matches their big personalities. But the team of Rosemary and Havoc were too much, so your winners and new Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Decay. Love it. Love Decay. Apparently Kyrie Hogan's Impact contract is running out pretty soon, so this might be the last we see of her, which is sad, but, that's business. First match on the main card, you'll have Ultimate X for the X Division title. The Ultimate X match is pretty simple. Title is hung above the ring via some scaffolding and some crossing ropes. Only way to win is to go up and grab it. In the past, more the recent past, there have been ladders used. But normally there are no ladders used in this matchup. So, competitors, you have champion Josh Alexander, who he's been an unsung hero of not only Impact, but in wrestling as a whole. He has done so good as the X Division champion. You have Ace Austin, one of the most underrated young guys I have seen in wrestling. Keep your eye on this kid. Chris Bay, another real interesting up-and-comer that I was kind of hoping to win this match, but, ultimately didn't. X Division original, Petey Williams, the originator of the Canadian Destroyer. Rohit Raju, who was the MVP of this match. Not because he did a lot of great moves, but his comic timing was so good. And Trey Miguel, who has kind of fallen into the background since his teammates left for NXT, MSK. So I do miss the Rascals. They were great. But I am glad he is in this match. A lot of craziness, a lot of dives. One point, Petey Williams not only hit a Canadian Destroyer from the top of the ring post, he hit it while trying to go for the X Division title onto Chris Bay. It was great. Oh, everyone had their great spots. Like I said, Rohit taking a... What the heck was it? Was it something to set up the ring? I think it was. And try to knock the X Division title down because he was a little bit short. He couldn't reach the cables. At one point, you had a submission peed. I don't even know what to call it. Where everyone was holding a submission, including a guy up top. I think it was either it was Bay or it was Austin. And that was crazy. Ultimate X matches are always fun. Ultimately, the winner came when Alexander and I believe it was Trey Miguel were up kind of fighting over their titles. They both kind of had a hand on it. And then Ace Austin tried to springboard and grab it from their grasp, but ultimately whiffed. And yeah, winner and still champion, Josh Alexander. Solid matchup, guys. I'm interested to see what Josh Alexander has next up his sleeve, because he's been killing it. Next up, a match that was only announced last week, an intergender tag team match featuring Brian Myers and Tennille Dashwood, who have their seconds in their corners. Myers has Sam Beal, which is a freaking hilarious name. He's kind of been learning from Myers, which is interesting. And then Tennille has Caleb with a K, who I kind of want to see wrestle again. I hope he comes back to wrestling soon. Their opponents was Matt Cardona, the former Zack Ryder, and a mystery opponent in which a lot of people, not including myself, predicted it would be Chelsea Green, his real life wife, which is very much awesome. She did pop up in ROH Best in the World last week, so a lot of people did think, oh, she's under contract there. Maybe they're working together. Who knows? And which would be cool. This match was kind of a whole lot of just stuff happening. I other than the Chelsea Green, I mean, don't get me wrong. Both sides did have a great match. But ultimately, my interest in this was, kind of I do like all the players. But the action was just kind of okay. Cardona and Green for the win, which, if I were to predict, probably that's what happened. Slightly up, not really full up. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes. Next up, bit of a extended squash match, as we saw W. Morrissey, the former Big Cass, take on Eddie Edwards. Like I said in my predictions, Morrissey took out Eddie Edwards' tag team partner / potential opponent / New Japan ref Kojima, in which Morrissey took him out, and that set up this match. They're definitely building Morrissey up, and I'm glad for that. I feel like this match went on a little bit too long, but it was still fine. Again, slightly up, not all the way up. Next match, a surprise bout as we see Mahabali Shera, just Shera, I guess, and Mad Fulton, the big guys of their respective competitors from Ultimate X, Ace Austin and Rohit Raju, respectively, and they start, picking on a ref, which, why? Out comes Scott D'Amore. All right, you guys are really clearly ready for action, so let's get you an opponent. Finjuice comes back, and I'm like, it's about gosh dang time. Because, I miss these guys. I don't really watch that much New Japan, which I kind of want to change. Because apparently New Japan is awesome. But, of what I've seen of these guys, they're really damn good. This match only went on for a minute, and winner's Finjuice. Finjuice seemed to get all of the offense in this match, and they rightfully won. So, hopefully they build them to something else, including maybe another title match, considering they got a rematch coming. So, yeah. Kind of a nothing match. Don't really have a rating for it, but glad to see Finjuice back. Next up, an interesting match with a very interesting outcome, as we see Chris Sabin take on Moose. Now, I believe Moose recently re-signed with Impact, so he's going to be there full time instead of going to NXT like he's been teasing. So, personally, I thought he would have won. But, turns out Chris Sabin was way too much for him. And they put on a heck of a show including a lot of outside stuff by Moose, including power bombing Sabin on the ring apron into the steel pole ring post, and a whole lot of other cool spots that I forget about. I'm sorry. Um, and yes, Sabin won by surprise, and honestly, I'm kind of okay with it. Both guys put on a heck of a show, and I got a funny feeling this isn't going to be their last match, so I give that a thumbs up. Next up, actually, I think I kind of missed something. Oh yeah, there was a graphic for an upcoming signing. The former Aiden English is coming to Impact. Now, he didn't debut on the show, which, fine. Want to save that. I believe he's going to be on Impact in the next coming weeks, I think. So, that should be fun. Next up, 4-way for the Impact World Tag Team Championships. We have the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson. We have Violent by Design being represented by Joe Doring and Rhino. We have Rich Swann and Williamack. And the last team, Falaba, and what turned out to be a mystery partner because TJP had, I don't think it was a medical emergency, but a lot of people have been saying his wife was pregnant and he wanted to be there. So instead, we got the surprise debut of No Way, Jose. No Way, Jose. And if you don't know who he is, he was pretty much a WWE product. He was a big-time dancing gimmick, and he had the conga line during his entrance. It was all very entertaining. And he could wrestle a little bit. Not a ton, but a bit. And I'm super glad to see him. I'm glad to see him back on his feet. And, yeah. Match was really fast, really, a lot of these guys hitting their big moves all the time. Winner by Magic Killer, Gallows and Anderson, Good Brothers, 2-time Impact World Tag Team Champions. And I am okay with that. It was a heck of a match. Bit of a cluster, you know what, but I'm okay with that. Big thumbs up for me. Next up, easily the match of the night. The Knockouts title match, in which it was Deonna Purrazzo defending against a mystery opponent. A lot of people were thinking it was Mickie James, including myself. But it ended up being NWA representative, AEW star, Thunder Rosa. And oh my God, I was so excited. That was so good. And they had a banger. Winner came via submission by Purrazzo, in which, oh man, I can't even describe the action. It was so good, so back and forth, and both they meshed really, really well. I'm going to give these two ladies big thumbs up. Post-match, Hardcore Country, Mickie James does come out. However, she does not challenge Deonna for the title. Instead, she extends an invitation to Purrazzo for Resurgence? No. Empowered, which is NWA's next pay-per-view in August, right before the 73rd anniversary, which Purrazzo pretty much said nope, and Mickie gave her a big slap after a trash bag comment, which, that's fine. I do know Mickie James is going to be on Impact tonight, so I'd say give it a watch. Impact is fantastic. You can either find it on Access TV or on their Twitch channel. 8 o'clock tonight. Be there. Main event time, as the Impact World Championship is on the line, as we have the champion Kenny Omega defending against Sami Callihan in a no DQ match. And boy, oh boy, they beat the beat out of each other. You had tables, you had ladders, you had chairs, you had barbed wire chairs. You had the spot where Callihan powerbombed Kenny through two chairs together. Thumbtacks were involved, in which Kenny dipped his knee pad in a bunch of tacks, had him stick there, and V-triggered Sami in the face. Like, God. Like, this was a superb back and forth. Near the end, Gallows and Anderson did try to interfere, in which I thought, okay, we'll see some AEW reps here trying to defend, maybe. Instead, it was Eddie Edwards and Chris Sabin, which I thought, alright, cool, some company guys making the save. Sami tries with a roll-up, doesn't work. V-trigger, one-winged angel, 1, 2, 3, winner. Still Impact World Champion, Kenny Omega. In what was a damn good hardcore match. And I can't wait to see what Bound for Glory is about. Oh, speaking of Bound for Glory, which I believe is Impact's pay-per-view in October, so that's going to be a little while. AEW, AAA, and New Japan reps will be there. There was an advertisement for that, so I am really excited for that. I love it when wrestling companies work together. Alright, so that is it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like the video, leave a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe right there. I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace.